basic geometrical ideas. In this chapter, we will study what is point, line, line segment, ray, angles and types of angles. So what do you mean by point? A small dot made by a pencil gives an idea of a point. A point determines a location. It has no length, width or depth. We usually denote a point by making a dot on a paper. A point is named using a single capital letter of English alphabet. So you can see point A over here. Now we will study what is line. A line is a collection of points that extends endlessly in both the direction along a straight path. It has no fixed length as well as it has no end points. A line can be named by a single small English letter or by any 2 points on it. So as you can see over here, line AB is drawn. So we can write line AB as AB or BA, and we have to put the symbol of line on top of AB or BA. Now we will study what is line segment. A line segment is a part of a line. It has two end points. It is the shortest distance between 2 points. The end points of the line segment are used to name it. Now here you can see line segment AB. So we can write line segment AB as AB or BA, but we have to draw symbol of line segment on top of AB or BA. Now we will study about ray. So what is ray? A ray is a part of a line. It starts from one point called initial point or starting point and extends endlessly only in one direction. Okay, so here you can see ray AB. Now we will study about collinear points. 3 or more points which lie on the same line are known as collinear points. So here you can see P, Q and R are collinear points. Whereas 3 or more points that do not lie on a same line are known as non-collinear points. So as you can see over here, point A, point B and point C, they do not lie on the same line. So these types of points are known as non-collinear points. Now we will study about perpendicular lines, parallel lines, intersecting lines and concurrent lines. So first we will talk about perpendicular lines. Two distinct lines intersecting each other at 90 degree or a right angle are called perpendicular lines. So here AB is perpendicular to XY because AB and XY intersect each other at 90 degree. Now we will talk about parallel lines. Two lines that do not intersect each other even if they extend infinitely are called parallel lines. The perpendicular distance between parallel lines always remains the same. In figure, line AB is parallel to line CD. Now we will talk about intersecting lines. Two lines which meet each other at one common point are known as intersecting lines. In figure, two lines AB and CD are intersecting lines and point O is the point of intersection. Now we will study about concurrent lines. 3 or more lines which meet at one common point are called concurrent lines. In figure, line AB, CD, EF and GH are concurrent lines and R is the point of concurrence. So concurrent lines, what do you mean by concurrent line? 3 or more lines which meet at one common point. Okay, and the point at which they meet, it is known as point of concurrence. Now we will study about angles. Two line segments or rays with a common starting point form an angle. The common starting point is called the vertex of an angle. The two rays that form an angle are called the arms of an angle. So here you can see two rays OA and OB make angle AOB or also called angle BOA. So you can name this angle as angle AOB or angle BOA. Now we will study about types of angles. So first is acute angle. These are angles that are more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. Now we will study about right angle. These are angles that always measures 90 degree. So the angles which measures 90 degree is known as right angle. Now we will study about obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is a type of angle that is always larger than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. In other words, it lies between 90 degree and 180 degree. In the given figure, XYZ shows an obtuse angle. Now we will study about straight angle. An angle whose measure is 180 degree is called a straight angle. In other words, an angle which measures exactly 180 degree is called a straight angle. Now we will study about reflex angle. An angle whose measure is less than 360 degree but more than 180 degree is called a reflex angle. So in the figure you can see the larger angle is a reflex angle but the smaller angle is an acute angle. Why the larger one is an reflex angle? Because its measure less than 360 degree but more than 180 degree. Whereas in the second figure you can see the larger angle is a reflex angle but the smaller angle is an obtuse angle. So larger angle is a reflex angle and it measures 248 degree. So it is less than 360 degree but more than 180 degree. And obtuse angle, why it is called obtuse angle? Because it measures 112 degree, so it is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree. Now we will study about complete angle. An angle whose measure is 360 degree is called a complete angle. It is formed when a ray reaches its original position after completing one full turn. Now we will study about zero angle. An angle whose measure is 0 degree is called a zero angle. It is formed when a ray does not move from its original position. So here we can see all the angles. Acute angle, it measures more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. Right angle, it measures 90 degree. Obtuse angle measures more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Straight angle measures 180 degree. Reflex angle measure more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Complete angle measures 360 degree.